What's up, guys? We're actually going to do a dash pad install on the C10 today. That's what's in the box. Alright, never mind. See what this puppy looks like. Yeah, we did was we just order a black one. So there's no point in trying to do anything crazy. I don't know how this actually installs, but that's going to be a learning curve for me today. Huh, looks good. So it comes with a handful of washers and nuts. Looks like it just slides on and you just bolt it on from there. So we'll have to take a look at the one I have now. See if I get that one off. Let's get to it. Alright, first things first is we'll go ahead and we'll pull all these little, I got a couple screws here down this dash pad. We'll pull all those screws out. I'm betting that you got to go in from the back side, yep. And bolt each one of those in, so that might be a little difficult. We'll get it though. Alright, let's start with the ones in the middle right here. They all look like they're just, see if we can get a good image in there. Not really, but so they're all just Phillips head. So we'll just take them all out and should be able to get the whole pad off. Alright, so we got all four of the screws out. You see the pad's already kind of, it's loose. I don't know the exact right way to get that out though. We're just gonna pull on it, I guess. It's so rotten anyway. Some more screws. There it is. Bolts on the bottom of it. Damn. So now we gotta get the bolts on the bottom. Some little tabs on the bottom. I don't know how many there are. It's gonna be a pain to get to. That one's out. Oh man, that's gonna be hell. Glove box already torn to shit, so it'd be easy to get behind this one. Alright, so it's definitely a little bit more than I thought I was going to take. So, after getting all these screws out of the top of these right here, each one, there's a bolt on the back of each one here. You got to get in behind the dash and get each one of them. My glove box is already torn to shit, so it's easy to get to these on this side. This side, you got to pull your whole dash panel out. All your gauges, drop them out. Well, you can get to the three behind. There's one here. It looks like there's one here. And it looks like there's one here holding the rest of it in. Once we get those out, we should be able to put our other one on, easily get the bolts back on there, and then we'll have to reassemble everything back together. It's definitely a little bit more tedious than I thought it was going to be, but I guess it's a good thing, you know. So once I get this crap blue one off, man, this thing is like torn to crap, just flaking apart. Get the new one on there, look a lot better, and I think the black will look a lot better with the blue, so let's try and get it back on now. Let's try and get this one off first, then we'll get back on the other one. Alright, so it's a little bit more difficult than what I inspected. So there was a bolt here, here and here, and then there was one here. All these little spots up top is where a bolt goes through and a nut holds on the other side. So I'm pretty sure that one's gonna have all the same ones. You drop them. Yeah, so I'm sure the other dash pad's gonna slide back in the same spots. I don't know if it's gonna use the holes for the screws on the front. I don't think it'd use it. Doesn't look like it, but it might. And then we'll have to go back from the back side and just bolt all that back up in there. So we'll get the other one on there and fit it. We'll probably clean this off real quick with some Windex and some paper towels real quick and get the grime and everything else off it before we put the other pad on there. That's what 48 years of grime and dust and dirt looks like, so it does me some good to clean it off some. That's done. Oh, here's a mess on shit. So now that that's done, we're gonna go ahead and test fit the other pad. We'll make sure we can get all the bolt holes lined up and everything else, and then we'll go from there and start installing the other pad. So, let's get all this crap off the seats here. So what we're doing is we're making sure that all of our bolts on the back side actually drop into place, like that, drop into place first. And then we'll kind of wiggle it all back in. What we'll probably do is I'll probably work from one end back to the other side and just tighten them down one by one. And then we do have the screw holes right here in the front. I don't know if you can see them or not. But we'll put our screws back in there once we're all said and done with. And it looks a lot better. It looks a hell of a lot better than the crappy one. So I'm excited. It looks really good. All right, so kind of getting later into this, but to put this in on the back, you have to drop in all your studs behind there and go in with your bolts. Put all your bolts in, and then you're done. And then you come back in the front and you put all your screws in there afterwards. Let's see. There's screws in there. Can't really see, but so you get this put back in. Like I said, the bolts first, the screws in afterwards. Screws are a little bit hard to get in there. Once you get the screws in, then it's fairly, then you're pretty much done. I'll focus. There we go. Yeah, once you get your screws in, you're pretty much done. And you bolt everything back in, your dash, your glove box, whatever you have, to get in there. So that's pretty much it. It's fairly simple, Alright, so we finally got it all back together. As you can see, nice black dash pad now. Gotta do some cleaning behind there, get a vacuum there, suck some of that trash up. But man, it looks 10 times better. Ooh. Than what it did before. I'll get a before and after picture here too in a little bit, but man, it looks good. Next I'm gonna do my steering wheel, probably not today, but got a new steering wheel came in, man. Man, this thing's gonna look really damn good when it's all said and done with, but I'm impressed with the dash pad. It looks good. Wasn't that hard to do, not very difficult, easy for one person to do, I'd say that. Just kind of, you gotta pull everything off the, the glove box and the You drop the steering wheel, pull your dash gauges out and whatnot. Once that's out, it's very simple, you know, for to get to most of the bolts. Some of them are a little bit more difficult to get to, but they're really not that bad. But other than that, guys, that's it. That's the end of this video. If you like what you see, guys, go ahead and subscribe, like, you know, give me a thumbs up, whatever you got to do, guys. I appreciate it, man, and I'll see you next time. Peace out.